right in here that, let's zoom out just a little bit. Let's get rain mode on here. I think that's going to tell a better story right now. That rotation somewhere in there, that tornado right now, it is just moved through the heights. If we can get in a little closer there. Let's get in there a little closer. This is a tornado emergency for the city of Little Rock and North Little Rock. This is right there, debris signature right there, just went over the heights, y'all. So this is moving over the Arkansas River. That's going to be over Levy. What's that? Harbor. Kroger on Rodney Parham has been damaged. We have damage at Kroger on Rodney Parham. That's inside. That's east of the 430 loop there. And let's take Max 1. By the way, we have something here we want to show you. Let's pull that up. This is a view from the downtown tower cam looking into this storm. Let's see if we can we pan this a little bit more? It's kind of hard to tell. So we're looking at, this is looking back toward the north and west. So there's the heights. The tornado is going to be right in there. It looks like it's actually, let me step out of the view. On the left side, it's probably in North Little Rock by now. So that's where we're probably looking. There's probably a tornado right in there. We're looking. So there's the Broadway Bridge. This is looking northwest. So Fort Roots is right here. And we have a debris signature. So this is touchdown. We have debris we have damage that's been reported at the Kroger on Rodney Parham. So this moved through West Little Rock. It has moved through the heights, and it is now crossing over into North Little Rock. And it's likely going to be crossing over. And let's look at. Can we double box this?
Yeah, if we can double box it. Either way, we're getting reports of a debris ball. It's hard to see on radar because we're right up on top of that radar, but Joel's going to walk you through where that likely is.
This is about as urgent as it gets, folks. Yep. We're in North Little Rock now. It looks like that rotation right over. It's going to be right around Kamak Village, crossing over the Arkansas River there near the Big Dam Bridge. And it's tracking up here toward, it's really kind of over Emerald Park, that general area, and then up here toward Levy, crossing over I-40 right now. So you've got a live look at that. There's the Broadway Bridge and that image right there in the bottom right corner of your screen. And that rotation is taking it right up here toward the National Weather Service. And as Carmen mentioned a moment ago, the meteorologists at the National Weather Service taking cover themselves. They have handed off their responsibilities to the National Weather Service in Memphis so that they can take cover. And once they're able to get out, assess their situation, and they can get back to work. But we've got, of course, a lot going on here. That rotation, look at that. That is a hook echo, very pronounced right there along Interstate 40. Debris, obviously, in that. Let's look at correlation coefficient. I want to see that debris. It's tough to see because you're so close to that radar. But y'all, if you're near McCain, areas north toward Wildwood along Highway 67, you've got to be in that safe place. And we haven't talked about safe places in a minute. Let's get those up here. We need to be in the lowest floor away from windows. We need to be in a closet and find a small room with no windows. If your bathroom has a window, that does not make it a safe place. If it has a window, that can be dangerous in itself. Wrap up with blankets, pillows, and put on a helmet to protect yourself from flying debris. So this is a debris signature. This is not a possible tornado. This is a tornado in progress right now crossing over Interstate 40. That is a very intense signature, and that is strengthening as it approaches Sherwood right now and areas along Highway 67. So right now, tornado on the ground. This is Levy. This is going to be there near Championship Drive, Charles Boyer Drive, West Military Drive, Shamrock Drive, continuing its track toward the east-northeast, up crossing over Camp Robinson Road, south of the National Weather Service or near the National Weather Service. So that rotation, that tornado, we can call it a tornado at this point. It's not just rotation, and you're looking at it more than likely. That's it right there. You're looking at it at the bottom right corner of your screen. You're looking from the Simmons Bank Tower cam, looking at that tornado as it moves through North Little Rock. This has already done a lot of damage down near on Rodney Parham at the Kroger, and we're working to hear if we have what other damage we have in the Little Rock Metro. But this is a significant situation, and unfortunately, this is kind of really just getting started because the storms haven't even gotten into eastern Arkansas. So right here, that rotation, that tornado is going to be tracking toward the east-northeast. Let's get a track on that. And it's moving toward Indian Hills Elementary School, Abundant Life School, Sylvan Hills, and Sylvan Hills Middle School. Let's get a track that takes it more east-northeast kind of. Let's get Wildwood in that track. So I think it's kind of taking more of a track like that towards Sherwood. There you go, right there. Let's get some town names up here. Amboy, Bellwood Elementary School, lowest floor, away from windows. Cover up with blankets and a pillow until you are given the all clear. So we're watching this and it looks like it's wrapped up in rain, but that...
So we need to really focus on Sherwood coming toward you.
This is closing in on Sherwood now.
Yep.
That's probably going to take it just like that, unfortunately. So Amboy, there's 55th Street. That's taking it probably north of Lakewood, but let's be in our safe place. You know, if I say this is going to be just north south of you, I still want you in your safe place. This has moved on from Little Rock proper, but this is still a tornado that's on the ground, and it is working its way north. There's McCain Boulevard, Lakeview Road, North Hills Boulevard. That's tracking just like that towards Sherwood right now. Yes?
We got a confirmed rotation with debris, and that's at 107 and Keel. 107 and Keel Avenue.
Keel, that is a tornado confirmed with debris near Sherwood. So we'll be getting a new update here soon. Carmen, I would imagine that rotation that we see there near Amboy has already moved on some, and it's kind of hard to tell because you're so close to the radar, but there's that rotation. Again, this is a tornado emergency for the city of Sherwood, and that is wrapped up right there. You can see on the bottom right corner of your screen there, that is right over the radar dome, so or near the radar dome. So that rotation near Keir Drive, heading toward Club Road. There's Sherwood, Seminole Trail, and that's heading toward the east and northeast, and it's going to likely eventually cross over Highway 67 eventually as it gets closer to Keel, and it looks like that's where it is right now. So Carmen, we need to pan a little bit farther toward the north and east, toward the north, and we may have another rotation there, but we have two, I believe. We might, or that may be bad data. So the rotation is right over Sherwood, but we have confirmation of debris being seen near Sherwood, so stay in your safe place, Jacksonville. And let's zoom out a little bit and get a look at where this warning is, because this is going to keep going. This has kept going through city of Little Rock, and it's going to continue tracking north and eastward toward Jacksonville. So here it is right there. There's your rotation. There's Sherwood. That's going to be heading toward Jacksonville next, and it's likely going to stay to the south of Cabot, but let's stay in our safe place, Cabot. This is a tornado emergency for you as well. This was a tornado that just moved through West Little Rock. It looked like it moved right through Midtown. It looked like it moved through the Heights. And now it's moving through North Little Rock, and it's continuing to work its way north and eastward. So there's your storm. There's your debris signature. It is likely following up Highway 67 right now from Sherwood back up here toward Jacksonville. So safe place right now, lowest floor, away from windows. There's your rotation right there, which is likely already moved a little farther toward the north and east, because remember, we get these updates from radar every few minutes. So when we look at a picture of radar and that's where it says the tornado is, it's probably already moved on from that spot. So we're looking at this. Let's take that. Let's just one box here, because we were looking at two things there at once. Sherwood is tracking toward the east-northeast toward Jacksonville. Lowest floor, away from windows, and make sure that you cover up with blankets, pillows, you know, perhaps a helmet, and stay there until you're given the all clear. So that rotation now just moved over Sherwood, and it is taking it up toward Jacksonville. And Carmen, I believe, I know we're really close to the radar, but I'm going to ask again, can we look at debris?
Yeah, we just switched over. It's very messy.
It's hard to look at.
Joel's moving to the Beanfield between Jacksonville and Sherwood, moving to the Beanfield.
Yeah, so that's moving toward the northeast. Again, the Beanfield that Pat talks about there, between Jacksonville and Sherwood. So it's going to be likely moving right through the Jacksonville proper. Let's get a track on this once again. It's been a second since we've called out some town names. So that's moving Rixey Road, that general area, or moving through the Rixey community now, as Pat mentioned in the Beanfield. Jacksonville 243. Safe place now. We're not saying wait until 243. We mean go there now. This is a tornado that's not just possible, it's confirmed. Pinewood Elementary School, Rebsamen Medical Center, Holland Bottom State Wildlife Management Area, Furlough, Cabot Middle School in the path of this storm, Parnell, Cabot, Panther Stadium, Fairview School, and some of those places. So there's your signature, there's your hook. Very clear view. And we're looking, I'm sorry, say that one more time. Colonial Heights Shopping Center is reportedly damaged there. Heavy damage from what I'm understanding, and that's tracking this storm that just did that damage in the Little Rock Metro, and we're getting a lot of reports right now from folks. That debris is right there. You can see it on the rain mode, or you can see the tip of that hook that's moving toward the northeast. Jacksonville, real talk. Right now, if you're not in your safe place now, you need to be. Don't go outside and try to look at this. You need to be there right now. That tornado is right there. It's going to be following up 67, and it's going to take it right through, very close to Jacksonville. Very close, if not right on top of Jacksonville here very soon. So Jacksonville, that's going to be moving in. We're going to get a list of names here. That storm is moving in here very shortly in the next few minutes. Jacksonville, Tonyville, and moving on beyond that. So you can see Rebsamen Medical Center, Tonyville, Holland Bottom State Park, State Wildlife Management Center, Cabot Middle School, Parnell, Cabot, Panther Stadium. All these places I just mentioned need to be in your safe place if you live in those areas. So there's where it is now, or where it was just a few moments ago over Keel Avenue here in Sherwood. So this moved likely it's continuing to move toward the north and east. So it's probably, we need to make sure no one is on Highway 67. And by the way, we've got some cameras out there on 67. If we can pop that up in a double box.
We got spotters watching that at 67 and 167 at 440. It's on the ground.
Okay, it's on the ground still here at, all right. So right now we're looking at Jacksonville, and we're looking back to, I'm not exactly sure what part of town we're at. But we're looking toward that. And we also have RDOT cameras along Highway 67 we can look at as well. But that tornado is on the ground heading toward Jacksonville now. RDOT cameras are a little bit disabled right now, as you would imagine, with probably the loss of power and whatnot there. So that storm tracking toward Jacksonville now. And looks like, let's get some streets here. So there's South Redmond Road, Collins Road. You're getting a look here at that live shot. That's Highway 167, I believe. Is that in Jacksonville? That live view. So you're looking there, that's about to maybe get on Highway 67. That is, so right there, that's 67 and 167 there at John Hardin Road. So that's the view we're looking at there. Near the Lowe's in Jacksonville. So Redmond Road, that's going to be crossing over there near Highway 67, West Tricky Lane. It's going to be moving into Jacksonville near Ray Road. Again, this is a tornado that is on the ground. You see it right there in the bottom left corner of your screen. In fact, I believe that's probably the clearest image of that tornado. And we're looking at it right there on your screen. It looks like, yeah. Oh, let's pop that back up. We can get that behind me. Can we get that behind me right here? We're looking at Highway 67. You can see that. I believe he's looking back toward the south. And I want to make sure this, who was recording, is safe. But you can see that there, that tornado on your screen, Jacksonville, that's moving in right now. That's the tornado right there. And we're looking at Highway 67. So this is going to be moving generally right up 67. And I want to make sure that our camera folks are safe. So we're looking at this. We're in Jacksonville. And this may actually stay. This looks like it may have already crossed over 67. Let's look back at radar again. And let's actually double box it. Let's double box it. So there's your rotation. There's, we're probably looking from this general direction toward the south. There's the tornado on your screen. You're looking at 67. That camera perspective is looking from Jacksonville back toward the south and west. So we're looking at it there. It's moving into Jacksonville, and we're going to be watching it as it does. We've got a clear perspective. Again, this is a tornado emergency for Jacksonville. Tornado on the ground. You can see that hook very clearly pronounced, and there's the velocity there, and it's strong, at least a funnel cloud. You can see there, right there on your screen, right there. That is the tornado that is moving into Jacksonville right now. So please, Jacksonville, friends, lowest floor, away from windows, a small windowless room, maybe a closet. Get down there, cover up in blankets, sheets, a mattress, whatever you need to do to protect yourself from any flying debris as the storm moves in from the south and west. So you can see it's generally following Highway 67 and it's tracking toward the east and northeast. And we're looking, you can see here in the image below me, they're repositioning the camera because this storm, they're looking from right here. This tornado is tracking just to their south. I mean, look at that. Do we have debris there on camera, or those are raindrops there on your
messy.
screen?
Yeah, this is just your velocity for that rotation.
Well, I'm talking about in the image here below me, because the raindrops looked like debris, but we may have debris there. Can we take that full? I want to get a closer look. This is moving into Jacksonville, the south side of town, and we're going to quickly go back to, do we have debris in the air? I believe we, obviously. This is, what's that? This is downtown Jacksonville.
It's going up Main Street toward the railroad tracks to downtown.
All right, Pat. Yeah, I mean, you're familiar with this area. You're more than welcome. Keep talking. I mean, tell us where this is heading.
Okay,
so,
yeah, it's east of 67. It just crossed the James Street, Main Street area. It is moving, obviously, toward the northeast. It's kind of going to go up First Street on the northeast side of Jacksonville. It's going to go up First Street area.
There, you can see it on your screen. This is moving through Jacksonville. Let's pop up the double boxes once again, and let's get a radar look once again to get an idea. That rotation, south side, this is really right over Jacksonville. So you can see there's Tricky Lane, Pike Avenue. This is moving toward Graham Road, and it's going to continue moving toward the east and northeast. And you can see, say it's over the Kroger? Near Kroger in Jacksonville. So Jacksonville, we've been talking about this. I hope you're in your safe place, lowest floor, away from windows. I see a lot of cars on the road there. I don't like to see that. I want to make sure everybody is as safe as you possibly can be. So that's going to take it eventually from Jacksonville. It's going to keep it going toward Cabot. So moving out of Jacksonville, so there's South Redmond Road, Jacksonville, Oak Grove Drive, and then continuing to track toward the east and northeast. And at the same time, how are we looking as far as other storms elsewhere? I know we've got, do we have any other tornado warnings?
Yes, on this one.
I know. I just want to make sure we don't have any other active
This is the only warning, I do believe, Joel. We have reports of 18-wheelers that have been blown over as well over in Jacksonville with this. So we're going to focus on it. But yeah, I do believe this is the only warning right now, and it is a tornado emergency.
Yeah, so tornado
School.
Say that one more time.
Near the old Jacksonville High School, near Lowe's.
All right, there we go. So this is right over the south side of Jacksonville, moving kind of really right through the middle of Jacksonville, as Pat was just mentioning those landmarks there. And that'll keep moving toward the east, northeast. Right now, it looks like you can see it there on your screen, and our crews are out there working to make sure that we have visual of this. That's moving toward the east. There we go. There's Graham Road. Graham Road, Loop Acres, much easier to see this rotation there now as it gets away from the radar site. So there is Northeastern Avenue, and you can see that's going to keep moving to the north and east. We have Pat Walker, of course, here. He's going to continue to track this for us. Pat, you can take it away.
I really want to focus on what Julian, photojournalist Julian, is doing here. He's trying to turn around. They're doing the construction in Jacksonville right now, so all those access roads are one way. I think he's trying to book around and get back toward the north. So this is Graham Road, east of Jacksonville. We're talking about that rotation. That's J.P. Wright Loop Road, which goes back behind the old Jacksonville High School, not the current Jacksonville North Pulaski High School. So that's where that is. Again, moving northeast. Looks like it's going to all stay toward the east side of Highway 67 and eventually head toward the Holland Bottoms area. Let me look here. I'm going to kind of focus on where Julian is now. He's back on 67 going north. He's crossing, it looks like, the Redmond Road area. And yeah, that's the Redmond Road area. He's going north. The storm is ahead of him right now to the northeast. He's moving. It looks like there's very little traffic on 67. That's good because everybody's cleared it. But of course, there was reports of some 18-wheelers with an accident there too. So if Julian, I think Julian is driving. If there's a reporter in there, can y'all point your camera to the north if they can hear us? I don't know if they can hear us or not. If they can point that camera to the north a little bit more, straight up the road. I just want to see where you're going, straight up the road. If you are, oh, it's freezing out on us right there. All right, let's get back here on the radar here. So that's J.P. Wright Loop Road, goes back behind the high school. This is Tawnyville right here. This is the area on 67 between Cabot and Jacksonville. You know where all the liquor stores are, north of Jacksonville. The old road right there, that's 161, right along the access road, right along Highway 167. And that is where our rotation is. Came up right through downtown Jacksonville, moving to the northeast. That's Holland Bottoms Road up there too, by the way. So that's J.P. Wright Loop Road on the backside. I think the high school is like right up there, so it's really close to that. The old high school, not the current one. The old Red Devil Stadium is up there too. So that is our velocity product. Graham Road, J.P. Wright Loop Road. There are a lot of homes back in here. This is a highly residential area there on the northeast side of Jacksonville. Golf course area is up in here too. Yeah, Randy?
Yeah, we got a touchdown confirmed at Main and Oak Street in Jacksonville.
Main and Oak
and also we're having reports coming in from Cabot of debris in the air.
Debris. So
yes.
The storm in Jacksonville lifting up debris and getting up into Cabot now. Okay, I can see that. All right, look at that rotation. That is the inbound. That is the outbound there, right there. So that is a really tight rotation there. So debris reported in Cabot. We're looking at debris in Cabot. And then you got, look at that's your debris. Go back to that debris indicator. Is that Carmen? Yeah, go back to that debris indicator. Oh, our rotation's moved. There's your debris now. Okay. So this is debris indicator being pulled up within the storm. And there's Cabot. There's your debris indicator. You want to go back to your velocity real quick? There's your debris. That's in Lonoke County. This is, this is in now, that's the county line. This is in Lonoke County. That's Highway 89 south of Cabot. That's 321 Bill Foster Highway 89. Juliana, where is she? Is Zach still out there close to that area? Do you know?
Yes, we can pull it up.
Whenever you get Zach Hall, let me know. And we're going to take Zach Hall on this because it's getting close to him. So that's Graham Road right there. That says Highway 5. That's the county line. Zoom back out just a little bit. Let me get my perspective. Yeah, that's 321 right there. That's 321. That's 89. This is just northeast of Jacksonville, north of Graham Road. That's Stagecoach Road right there, I believe. It's going to be going toward the northeast. Again, this is on the south side of Cabot. Holland Bottoms area is kind of where it is. Stagecoach Road. That's where that rotation is right now. It looks like it's out of Jacksonville. And I think now we have Julian here. Oh, there's Zach right there. So, Juliana, do you know if he is still on Highway 321? Okay. He's on 89. So I go and say, you see it, you see it, you see it right there. You see it. He's on 89. It's 89 coming south out of Cabot. He's seeing it there on the right of his shot there. That's Zach Hall. He's getting that right there. There's still our rotation. We're going to probably get a new scan here pretty soon, and hopefully we're going to see that in a different spot because it looks like Zach is seeing it a little farther toward the east than what the radar is showing that right now. Yep, there it is. It just moved. Shady Oaks Trail right there. Sunset Circle. Sunset there right off. Sunset Circle right off Stagecoach Road. It's where there's Gun Club Road. It's just toward the northwest of Gun Club. I mean, it's right on top of Gun Club Road. That comes off of Stagecoach and back over to our 89. So this is kind of go right up here to the south side. That's Pickthorn, Mount Tabor Road, Mount Tabor United Methodist Church right there. It's going to go right up that way. Oglesby Road right there. Let's get up here. I think that is the, this is Mount Carmel Baptist Church right here. Mount Tabor United Methodist Church right here. Mount Carmel Church right there. It's Campground Road right there. Campground Road. Highway 89, Pine Street and Campground Road. Walmart Neighborhood Market right there. Again, let's go back down toward the south if we can, Carmen. All right, so there it is. It's crossing Stagecoach Road. Rotation Stagecoach, Gun Club Road, Oglesby, just toward the south of the Parnell community. Going to be close to the Holland Bottoms area, Midway area. It's getting close to there. And again, I think it's going to go right up to around Mount Tabor United Methodist Church and then Mount Carmel Baptist Church here on the south and the south side of Cabot. All right. Are you going to track it now? Let's get it good. All right, I'll get over here. So there's Midway School, 255, which is 2 minutes from now. Parnell, Anthony Schmidt Memorial County Park, Stagecoach Elementary School, which is going to be up here toward the Sylvania area. Then Old Austin, that's the intersection of 319 and 38 on the northeast side of Cabot. So here's Cabot here. This is Old Austin. Here's Austin. There are wards up at the top. That's 38 that goes out towards Sylvania and eventually over to 31 Highway between Lonoke and Jacksonville. So I don't know why that says Highway 5, but that is not Highway 5 on our map. That's Stagecoach Road right there. Pickthorn, Mount Tabor Road, the Parnell area. We're probably going to get a new scan in a minute, get a new update where the rotation is. Do we have an update on maybe where Zach is yet, or if you have a video of Zach? Oh, look at that, right? It's buffering. Okay, thanks, Lindsay. So there's your rotation with this. Tornado warning here for 315. Lonoke, Prairie, Pulaski, White County. Looks like the rotation is out of Pulaski County. But this is northern Lonoke County, south side of Cabot to Sylvania, all the way up to on the south side of Beebe, Highway 31. That's 236 that goes off to the east there near the bayou area, the reserve area. the wildlife reserve area. That's where it's probably going to go. That's Butlerville, 38 and 31 out there. Like Cabot Schools is like the high school is right there. That is at 321. That is at Mount Carmel Baptist Church and Mount Carmel Cemetery. That is at Mount Carmel Church, Baptist Church, and the cemetery. Got Zach back, but now he's buffering again. Can you go back to rotation velocity there, Carmen? Okay, so this is where not the debris ball, but like where that hook area is, and there's where our rotation is. Mount Tabor Road up to Mount Carmel Road, Highway 321, Mount Carmel Road, right there. KARK station right there, gas station here, at the gas here. A couple gas stations there at 89, you know, Mount Carmel Baptist Church, Campground Road right here. And Sylvania is just right up there. So southeast side of Cabot, take shelter immediately right now. Need to get to the safe place of your home in your storm shelter. Is it kind of moving more right? Look at that, Joel. Do you think that's kind of moving rightish?
We'll see.
Yeah. Like it's kind of turning more to the east. A little
bit. That's kind of been the nature with it. What we saw when it moved through closer to West Little Rock as well. It is a little bit tracking a little bit farther east, but still that northeasterly direction here, and this is tracking about 50 miles per hour.
Okay, so it is moving. You're putting a new track there. So here we are basically just at Mount Carmel Baptist Church, between there and Mount Tabor United Methodist Church. Sylvania 301, that's 6 minutes. Sylvania, take shelter right now. Woodlawn School, Bethlehem School, Butlerville 306, Hickory Plains, that's around 313 as it gets over into Prairie County. So that's going to keep moving off toward the northeast. Yeah.
Getting word right now that we have gotten reports of injuries in Little Rock. So
is that from is that at the shopping center?
I believe out toward West Little Rock, but not exactly. Not exactly where sure, but
yeah, we will.
Reports, unfortunately.
Okay. Hopefully nothing more than injuries. All right.
Pontiac and Osage, North Little Rock.
Pontiac Osage, so that's close to Indian Hills. That's the Indian Hills area.
Damaged or destroyed homes, trees are down.
In the Pontiac Osage Road area, is it North Little Rock?
Osage, North Little Rock, yes.
Okay, that's Indian Hills, North Little Rock, near the Kroger in North Little Rock. So there's Cabot, 3 miles south down to Mount Tabor Road.
Hey, and by the way, we have a new severe thunderstorm warning, I know, for Little Rock proper, and this is going to affect a lot of those areas that are engaging in search and rescue across northwest Little Rock. Even though a tornado warning hasn't been issued, it's an extremely dangerous situation due to the ongoing search and rescue efforts.
Carmen, can you give us the reflect on that?
Yeah, here, so you can see where it is. That's only going to hinder, rescue.
Right there. That's where we earlier had this storm, went right through here. And now we got heavy rainfall there, hindering efforts to rescue anybody or find everybody. That's what's going on there. So severe thunderstorm warning, that's until 3:30. Little Rock, North Little Rock, Sherwood, up to Jacksonville, and even over to Kerr in the far western parts of Lonoke County. All right, we did get a new scan back in here. It looks like it's maybe closer and closer, getting a little farther away. That's 321, and that's the 321 that turns up Sylvania. That's 321 Spur, which continues to go over to 31. So here we're going down Mount Carmel Road. That's Dogwood. Which goes straight back up to Old Austin, and into I think it's Coco's up there, the restaurant at Old Austin. So that's Dogwood. This is a few miles south of Old Austin. So that's Mount Carmel Road. That's Campground Road right there, which continues to go off to the east of 31. So Yielding Road. This is the community of Bethlehem right here. Grand Prairie Water Office is over here too. They're on along Highway 31 in the Bethlehem community, right out there where 321 Spur hits 31. So there's Butlerville. Here's the intersection here, the junction they call it, 38 and 31. The place where we've done a lot of stories on the pizza restaurant that lost its place, got a new place. That's where it is, right there. Debris, how's it look to you, Carmen?
It's not looking, it looks rather messy. From what, I'm not seeing anything as distinct as what we saw earlier with this.
Well, like right there, maybe?
Yeah, let's zoom in.
Yeah, flip back, do that and go back, flip back to reflectivity.
So you're closer to Sylvania, yeah. Well, Precip is probably going to get just a little bit better view of this.
So there, okay, so that's the bottom side of our hook, it looks like, right?
Yep, that's the bottom side of the hook. Right over there closer to 38.
Okay, so it's getting closer and closer.
Butlerville.
So it's in Sylvania. Sylvania now is where we're looking at this.
Yeah.
So east of Cabot, just south of Old Austin. Here's Ward up here. Ward, it looks like it's going to stay south of 38. So it's going to be, for Ward's concerned, just south of 38, but some locations out here all have Ward addresses, even in fact all the way to the county line. Those are Ward addresses, but that's going to go into Ward address areas. But Ward, the city of, I think it's going to stay southeast of you. But that's Old Austin. That's 321 that comes up to 38, and there's a 31-38 junction right there. It's going to go right to the 38-31 junction. Okay, we're going to go ahead and switch to that. It's a house in Midtown. So this is I don't know if you can tell me the road. Okay, we're not sure the road, but this is in Midtown. This is in Little Rock, Midtown, Little Rock. You got it. So Mississippi and Cantrell, man, you can't get much more Midtown than that. Mississippi and Cantrell, some distorted. This is not too far away from the Colonial Heights Shopping Center, where we have some major damage there. Okay, we can go back to the radar. All right, so here's your track. Right there, just around Sylvania. Butlerville is 305. It's 3 o'clock right now. So Butlerville up to Edwards and Hickory Plains, 312. 312. So Hickory Plains, you got 10 minutes. Get in your safe place right now. This storm has produced damage. It still has debris in it. It still has a very tight rotation in Sylvania. Yes, sir.
Just an damage report. This is 2 miles southeast of Highway 89 in Cabot, near Cabot. Trees are down, debris on the road. That's 2 miles southeast of Highway 89 Cabot.
Okay, that's right here. It kind of went right through that Parnell area we were talking about. That's where it is. All right, so we got Zach over here. If y'all can tell me, Julianne, if you can get my ear, tell Lindsay exactly where Zach is looking. It looks like we can see, maybe that's I can't get in front of that, but it looks like that's the wall cloud over there perhaps. So he's at 89 at Mount Tabor. So he's back behind the storm. He's at 89 at Mount Tabor. He's back here looking back up at it. So he's in a safe place. That's for sure. He's in a safe place, and it is toward his northeast by about 4 miles or so. So he's looking back up to where it is where he is. So now we're passing 321, heading toward 31. Again, that's the junction, 38 and 31 in northern Lonoke County. And then there's Hickory Plains over here in Prairie County. You just had the debris there, Carmen. It looked like there was still some there, right?
A little bit. Let me switch you back to it so you can see debris mode. Yeah, still south of Sylvania. Is that what you're seeing?
There, and then a little bit over here.
Yeah.
The lower values, but I don't know if that's even, is that in reflectivity area?
Yeah, let me zoom out so I can give you some reference point to it.
Okay, so it was right there.
All right, I'm going to switch you back over to velocity.
Okay. So there's where our highest debris, I would say, there, and just southeast of Sylvania. Maybe those 2 locations. Yeah. That could be not debris, just could be the bad data coming into it. But there's our rotation. So what we were seeing there on the southeast Sylvania, that's probably more, if there is debris in it, that's probably more like, oh, there's your new scan. Okay, new scan. About to cross 31, or we're crossing Highway 31 now. That is about, oh gosh, Covington Road to the junction. I mean, we're probably less than a mile away from 38 and 31 junction. Crossing Highway 31, going to go right toward Butlerville, right toward Butlerville. So there we are. This is now east of, just barely east of Sylvania, east of Old Austin, east of Cabot. This is the Pulaski, excuse me, the Lonoke Prairie County line right there, right past Butlerville, and our possible tornado. When we're still seeing some signs of debris, it looks like it's crossing 31. You can see a little bit of the hook there, can't we, Carmen? See just a little bit of that hook right there? Okay.
West of Butlerville, that's kind of the area of focus, and then of course right over top of Butlerville. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing as well.
So there's still our hook crossing basically the 38-31 junction at this point, going to be going northeast. This may clip into parts of White County. BB, the city of BB, is under the tornado warning, the big polygon. Okay, so people in BB, McRae, your sirens probably went off. The far south side of BB, I think that's where you're probably in most concerned area. If you're kind of on the western side of Highway 67, 167, you're in the clear from that. So if you're west of 67, no concerns. Yes?
And even though this storm over Little Rock here is right now not producing a tornado necessarily, it is moving through an area that's just been hard hit, and we have folks probably without power in that area. So just want to reference it, let folks know, yes, there's a severe thunderstorm warning with it, and yes, it's going to hinder those search and rescue operations that are happening right now. But and it does have a hook on it.
There's a little bit.
But as far as you know, as far as rotation goes with it, it's fairly weak, but it's following the same track.
This is crossing into North Little Rock again right now.
It's the same spot.
Is this you, Carmen, Max 2? Okay, let's go back to rotation and see what that is like, because we're under severe thunderstorm warning. This is in North Little Rock. Here's the Arkansas River. That's that's the North Interchange. There's Levy. So there's a little bit of, this is like KARK Village crossing into North Little Rock, and there's our little bit of a hook right there too. So just a severe thunderstorm warning. There is some rotation with that. Joel, thanks for reminding us of that here. And as you said, hampering recovery. I think, guys, y'all said we have some pictures or we have live video. Oh, Jessica, yeah, take that, Jessica. There we go. This is live in Jacksonville. This was Julian, our photojournalist, who was in Jacksonville earlier. We saw the rotation go through downtown Jacksonville. This is Randy. This is what you were talking about earlier. This is that spot you were talking about. Oak and what was that? Oak and James, Oak and Main?
Yes, Oak and Main.
Oak and James Street. I think Oak and James Street. Got power lines down there. Look at this. Look at the roof of that house, how damaged it is. All these trees down there. And you got debris on the road right there. Hope that guy's not hurt. He's got something over his head. I mean, he might have had a head injury. I think that right there, I think that's the old First Baptist Jacksonville. I think that's the old First Baptist Jacksonville. So here we are downtown near the railroad tracks in old downtown Jacksonville. Jacksonville police are there. Probably, I don't know if they're blocking the road. Mill must go through, I guess.
We have half-inch hail that's being reported in North Little Rock. That was just a minute ago. So
as
that's
we were
that
looking
same
at that
storm.
just a second ago.
Yeah, so we have all that damage. Now we have hail coming down too in North Little Rock.
Okay. Julian, can you pan to your left a little bit? Yeah, he's on the bridge that goes over the railroad tracks. That's where he is in Jacksonville. There's some damage there on that building. I don't know if that's part of the old First Baptist Church. Is that damage over here? There's some of that part of a chimney, maybe a house, kind of ripped off some siding or something, looks like perhaps. There's tree damage here behind that shop. Looks like you got pieces of the shop maybe inside. There's damage to the shop here on that right corner of the shop. Roof damage there to that building right. Okay. Okay, we're going to leave Julian in Jacksonville. Julian, stay there. Thanks a lot. Now we're in Little Rock. We're at the Kroger. We had this, gosh, what, 30 minutes ago, the reports of this damage in Kroger. So we were on the front steps of the Kroger. That's the little, you push your cart over when you go out the Kroger. That's where we are. They're still trying to set this up and hold it up. Are we inside the Kroger, Jessica? Are we inside it? Yeah.
Of homes that are reportedly destroyed in the KARK Village area.
Golly. So KARK Village, homes destroyed in KARK Village, which is really close to this Kroger at Rodney Perryman, Colonial Heights. So here we are. I think we're in or just the front door of the Kroger. You saw some of the pots down. There's damage there. Okay, let's go back to the radar. Where are you right now on the radar? Oh.
Just because there's still a little bit of rotation.
Okay.
That's that same storm. I'm going to loop this back just really quickly here because you can see very clearly just what we've been tracking this whole time. That, of course, tornado that we're now seeing that damage from. And you can see just how bright it is over Jacksonville. That obviously led to that damage. Now we're still tracking it. That is that same storm that's now tracking into Butlerville.
It is. The rotation is there, you're right. Tornado warning is until 3:30 or 3:15?
Here, let me show you real quick.
Okay. You see me behind me or in front of me, this is Kroger Rodney Perryman. Cars are damaged there. Look at the front of it.
Issuing a new tornado warning for Little Rock and North Little Rock.
They are?
There's rotation on that near Levy right there on Interstate 40. What I'm told here on the National Weather Service chat, they'll be issuing a new tornado warning there that'll include, I would imagine, North Little Rock, looking at this just based on the fact that the rotation with it has now shifted north of the river, but that rotation looks like it's kind of coming up JFK and right there around the North Interchange. So that'll eventually take it right over Sherwood.
Yeah, same place,
same spot.
Same path, basically.
Yeah,
maybe
off
just
a hair south.
Yeah, there's that warning. They
Donna,
just put it out.
Donna, did you have something just a second ago?
Yeah.
That's our new
There's
tornado
the
warning, Pulaski. Go ahead, Donna.
3:45.
One of the things I guess I just wanted you guys to point out is that the fact that this is obviously my phone going off here. I guess everyone's phone is going off right now.
Yeah, it's the new warning that does include Little Rock, that does include Galloway and Jacksonville. Again, North Little Rock, this until 3:45. So you can see that new red polygon is that tornado warning.
Warning. Wow, this is moving fast, guys. This is already North Little Rock going into Sherwood again. Let's go back to radar. That's, by the way, that is, you've been seeing, that's the Rodney Parham Kroger. Look at the roof damage on that. You got damage all in the front. Got cars damaged in the parking lot. Man, I hope, is this where we have injuries? It might be. Okay, so we're back here, this is Sherwood. There's this Lakewood of North Little Rock, 67. There's this access road right there. Let's get in here, let's see. Okay, that is okay, this is the 6740 interchange. 6740 interchange, McCain Mall right there. Now my phone's going off for the tornado warning finally.
That's kind of moving toward the east, northeast. I think this has more of an easterly component to this, Pat.
Okay, so this is restaurant and car dealership row right now is where that is. Car dealership and restaurant row in North Little Rock.
And this is moving now to the east at 50 miles
east
per hour.
At 50. Okay, so that probably will keep it south of Jacksonville proper, but Sherwood, Rixey area, that's the 440 bypass from the bean field back down to I-40. So it's going to go out that direction. So here's the track that Carmen's got for us now. That's Spring Hill, 310. What time is it now? 310. It's at Spring Hill. It's at McCain Mall. It's at Spring Hill then. Fairman, 310. Prothrow, 311. The McAlmont community, it's right there. McAlmont people, take shelter right now. Valentine south of Jacksonville around 314. Rixey as well, 314. Galloway then around 315. I think it's the Bayamita area, or just called Mita, 324. And over to Furlough as we get into Lonoke County on 325. So this new warning is until 345, is that right?
That warning there will go until, that is a tornado warning that goes until 345.
Till 345. So this is Pulaski County, North Little Rock, into Lonoke County. Does it also include Prairie by chance, or does it stop in Lonoke?
That warning up to, it includes Lonoke.
Okay, so it's just like, it doesn't go into Prairie, okay. So here we are, still right over the McCain Boulevard area of North Little Rock, Restaurant Road, Car Dealership Road. So that's where it is right now, moving kind of east, maybe a little bit northeast, but kind of east. There at Sherwood to North Little Rock. Joel, you're drawing that track?
Yes.
Okay, here's a new track on that. So McAlmont 312, or 313 at McAlmont. Rixey area 314, same time for that. Kerr 320, that's right along I-40, 320, so that's 8 minutes from now, moving toward the east. So that's Gravel Ridge, so Jacksonville is right in this area. Jacksonville, I believe, technically is under that tornado warning, but if this continues on east, we've got a new scan coming in here. Okay, so now that's on the old road. Okay, so that's in the McAlmont area now. That's where we are in the McAlmont area, the old highway between Jacksonville and North Little Rock along Prothrow Junction.
By the way, and not to take away from that, but that's a new tornado warning, looks like, that's for southeastern White County and heading up toward Georgetown. That's the same one that moved
That
through
was the same one that went through Little Rock. And it still has a new tornado warning on it. Okay, so let's stay on that just a second, Joel.
Do you want to stay on the one in Little Rock? Or
no, let's stay on the new one for just like a couple seconds. So
sure.
This is southeastern White County. That's Griffithville. There's BB, so this is outside of BB to the east. It's just southeast of McRae. So just southeast of McRae. There's Higginson on the south side of Searcy. So right along 67, it's kind of close to the warning, but Searcy proper, you're not under this warning. Anybody just south of 67 near Searcy, you're on the edge of it. But if it's moving east, northeast, more toward the Griffithville area, eventually moves over into Woodruff County. So Pryor 325, Georgetown and White County 328, Hurricane Lake State Game and Fish area 332, Augusta over in Woodruff 340, and then Woodruff County Hospital, I think that's over McCrory, at 345, okay? So that's where it is up there. I just lost that monitor. Okay, let's go back to our Little Rock storm, Joel. By the way, find your safe place right now. Get to the middle part of your home in these locations where you're under those tornado warnings. You want to put a lot of walls between you and the outside. Those walls act like a lot of extra protection, because some debris may be coming to the house, hits the outside wall, it slows it down. But if you're close to the outside wall, you're in danger. More walls between you and the outside can help. If you got a storm shelter, please do get something over your head if you can. All right, so again, here we are. This is our North Little Rock, Sherwood, McAlmont storm here, right here, up Highway 161. This is 67, 167. It's kind of like between Sherwood near the Keel and Trammell area. Kind of a swampy area right there. It goes out to Round Top Road, you know where the Round Top old gas station is, folks. That's where it's close to as well. And this keeps going up toward the north and east, up here, up to the south side of Jacksonville. So that's the old road that comes into Jacksonville right there. Comes all the way up here. So that's the old road. That's where it crosses 440, where the old road crosses 440. And that looks like where it is right now. There's a church right there, a huge Baptist church. I don't know the name of it. But it's sitting right there, and that's where that possible rotation is right at this point. Going up the old Highway 161, I think that's Military Drive or Military Road right there. I think that's what it is. That goes east, off toward the east towards South Bend out of Jacksonville. So I think that's Military Road right there. So that it's going to look like it's going to be just on the very south side of Jacksonville, which is really only about a mile or two south of what the earlier one that went through. Okay, we're going to go back to, we got damage. We've talked about the Colonial Heights damage. This is Breckenridge Village, basically on the other side of Rodney Parham Road, on the south side. You can see, you know, Breckenridge Village, what it looks like there. That's what it is. And what is that right there building, Jessica? You got roof damage on that building there. We're basically in Breckenridge Village, seeing that live damage there. This is from our first tornado warning that went through there. Do you know that place, Kevin?
I'm trying to take a look. Is that near the movie theater?
Yes, it is near the movie theater, which was, I guess it's closed now. Is that a tropical smoothie? That's a tropical smoothie there?
Yes.
Okay. Tropical smoothie.
And McDonald's is right next.
And McDonald's right there at the Breckenridge intersection with Rodney Parham. You're right. Okay, so that's what we're looking at their live video there. I think that was our first storm that went through there. This is across the street from the Kroger at Rodney Parham. Look at all the debris just laying everywhere out there. In the trees, in the bushes, insulation, just it's a mess there right now. Okay, but the second storm now up here, south side of Jacksonville, Tracy Lane, Military Road area. We're coming out there. That's Valentine Road. The Bimeda area is right out here. You know, it's a lot of low areas, some farmland as well. It's going right up into there, heading just on the south and southeast side of Jacksonville. That's, you know, it looks like it's crossing or has just crossed the Highway 440, which comes up from 40 to 67. What time is it now? 3:16. I'm sure a lot of people probably took off from work early today to get this, because so many people had their kids got out of school and they got off early to get home. And hopefully, man, hopefully we didn't have a lot of people on 67 when this went through. So there's the furlough community, South Bend about right there. It's going right towards South Bend. Joel, can you put a new track on that for us?
Do that. So they've just trimmed Sherwood out of that warning, by the way, Pat. So this includes still the Galloway areas on I-40 and north there. Okay, so this is I-40, as Joel's saying, right through there. That is, he said it cleared it out of the Sherwood area. They just shave it back. Once it's cleared it, you know, they say no more. So it's out of that, moving east. That's the military area going over to, I think, yep, that's going to be Kerr. That's Kerr Station Road over there. Kind of close, a little farther to the south than our first storm was that went through here. What's our debris look like on this? Let's see. Not seeing any signatures right there that jump at me. Let's take it back in time real quick and see how that... I don't see any evidence of the second storm dropping a tornado, but at the same time, obviously, we know what the last one did, so we need to treat this one seriously as well.
Yeah, because, I mean, just takes seconds. That's all it does is just take seconds for it to form again. So, okay, this is Cabot, Sylvania, Butlerville. That storm is the one that's now up into Griffithville too. So we have this one, tornado warning till 3:45, eastern Pulaski County, central Lonoke County, south of Cabot. Cabot's not in that, but out Mount Carmel Road, again out Mount Carmel Road, once you get to just south of Sylvania, that portion of 321 becomes back under that tornado warning. So this is a Kerr Station Road right there, kind of close to the South Bend area, between Jacksonville and Furlough. This is that's Furlough there. So this is Remington Road that comes from the Remington plant up to Furlough, then up to Highway 89. That's 294 going over to Furlough. A lot of homes along that. You see a lot of the city streets there. So there are a lot of homes and neighborhoods through there. Even though it's a rural area, but there still are a lot of homes in eastern Pulaski County and heading in toward Lonoke County. So this is East Valentine Road. That's Jacksonville there. That's Graham Road that comes right through the heart of Jacksonville. I think that's the Redmond Road area. So this is really close to just the south side of Jacksonville at this point, if that's where our rotation is. You want to go back to velocity real quick and see what our velocity product looks like. Is it over here now?
It's hard to tell, and I think honestly, as I look at this, we still have the hook there.
I mean, when we look at reflectivity, we're looking at rain where it's falling, and rotation can be somewhere else because rotation is going to happen in the updraft where you don't have rain, but we sometimes get rain up in that updraft because it's pulling it in. But at this point, it doesn't look like rain's really being much pulled into it too much. So rotation here, right near South Bend, west of Furlough, and just east of Jacksonville. Looks like a really broad area rotation. Jessica, y'all just pulled up Zach and Frankie here. Where are they right now? Can you tell me if you know what road it is? They're in Ward. Oh. Do you know where? Okay, I bet you they've gone up to that Butlerville area, which is technically a Ward address, the Butlerville Junction Road area. I think that might be Highway 31 going, I think they may be going north of Highway 31. If you could just find out what road they are in there. So this looks, there's a water tower coming up here. That looks like a Ward water tower. It looks like their logo, I think. Can we see it? Anybody see it real quick? I didn't see it too well. So they're in northern Lonoke County. So here's Cabot. They may be in this. I think they're kind of in this area right here. Some of this area here is actually Ward water, even though it's not Ward. But that's probably where they are in this area right here. So that's Kerr Station Road, Highway 89, and this is going almost the same place. There's a new severe thunderstorm warning now with this too. Just came in. New severe thunderstorm warning. It looks like this is almost getting outside of the tornado warning, isn't it, guys?
I think there's a possibility that is that replacing the tornado warning? That's what I'm trying to determine here.
Well, it's until 3:45. I think they just are they any talk about canceling it?
Well, and you're also looking at it as it goes. Let me look here and see if this warning here, it includes, it is involving ping pong ball size hail. So what they're doing is they're covering that hail core.
It's a severe storm. Severe storms can have tornadoes.
Right.
They can have hail and they can have damaging winds. They can have all three. So there can be one portion of the storm can have a potential for tornadoes, but not the whole storm does, but some parts will. It's not always right at the same place as the tornado portion, so you cover the threats that are there. That's what it looks like they're doing with that. So Cabot, with a severe thunderstorm warning, ping pong ball size hail from Cabot out Highway 38 toward Butlerville, and from BB southward, the Wattensall area, back to Sylvania as well, and back here Graham Road area, that Gun Club Road area again, is probably where it's going to be. And the rotation, it just doesn't look, it looks really broad at this point. Is this maybe a new area, a new hook forming here on the south side down here?
Let's see. By the way, while we look at this, we just got word also that there's apparently a gas leak at Pontiac and Osage there in North Little Rock.
Okay. Where's that? Gas leak at Pontiac,
Osage? The Indian Hills area.
North Little Rock, so the Indian Hills area. Same place we had other reports of damage earlier. And that was with our same storm that hit the Rodney Perry and 430 area, the Breckenridge, Colonial Heights, across 430, and up into Jacksonville too. Same storm causing that gas leak and damage in the Indian Hills area of North Little Rock. Carmen?
I wanted to point out too, of course, we're still watching what's going on here. I know we've mentioned, of course, Jacksonville, Cabot, KARK Village. I mean, I have friends who are texting me right now. Their home was hit. Oh. I have friends who are texting me images of houses in KARK Village that have been hit. So if you know anybody in KARK Village, if you are familiar with the area, my house is over in that area.
What they say?
My house.
Did anybody check on yours?
Somebody needs to check on my house, but we're getting damage reports here of neighborhoods well known in Little Rock from that same storm.
We'll see how good your friends are, right? We'll go check on your house.
Right, yeah,
they will.
Still, yeah, very serious here.
They will do it. All right. So here's our tornado warning till 3:45 in Lonoke County. They're probably, I would think they're probably going to drop the Pulaski County portion out of that because it looks like it's out of it, or they may just let it all ride. Joel, just go up here and check on our Georgetown and Griffithville storm in northeastern or southeastern White County, about to cross in the White River into Woodruff County. It's kind of a broad rotation there. I mean, just say this Georgetown area is back here around Griffithville and Belcher.
A little bit as it's crossed over into White County near Griffithville and Belcher. It's moving toward Georgetown still. We can put a track on that, and just in case it does re-strengthen, but it would be near Belcher now, moving northeast. It'll eventually cross over into Woodruff County, and there's a list at some of those towns there. So
Gregory, 337. Georgetown, 330. So that's 6 minutes from Georgetown. Augusta, 342. And where's McCrory? 348 McCroy. Tupelo, 353. And up to Pumpkin Bend at 355. So that is our tornado warning, and that's until 3:45 as well. Isn't that right? This white, Western Woodruff, Northern Prairie.
That goes until 3:45, correct.
Okay. 3:45 on this one. A broad rotation. I'm not confident that we're getting a tornado here. Do you want to go and switch and look at the debris? I mean, we're 2,000 to 3,000 feet up in the atmosphere here or more. I don't. That's just the edge of it. I don't think that's debris. It really doesn't look like there's much in there.
Of any debris signature on that, it looks like it's weakened a good bit, but remember, it's moving into an area that is much more conducive for it to strengthen. So, you know, I know that it's just moved through obviously a populated area, and we've talked about it a lot, but this isn't over. This is still in central Arkansas, and the worst of it's still in, expected to move through eastern Arkansas eventually.
All right, let's go back here and check on the road. I think we were trying to get a new hook on this storm here in Lonoke County, just north of Furlough. Okay, that's Highway 89. That's Highway 89. We were just almost the same location we were earlier. That's the Furlough area that goes down to Remington Road there. That's crossing 89 area. I think we got a little bit of a new hook, but it doesn't look like the rotation was all that significant in that area at all. It's Barnett Road, Sand Hill Road. There's Oak Grove Road here, and it's all south of Mount Tabor and south of Mount Carmel Road. Here's a new track that Joel's just drawn. Wattensall around 332. Fairview School, that's at what time? 3:30, 3:29, and right now it's 3:25. Wattensall 332. Woodlawn 332, and over to Bethlehem 335. So Bethlehem over there, right along Highway 31. So there's Butlerville. It's 31 right down through here. That 236 is on the east-west highway. So there's Wattensall, there's Hickory Plains in the northwestern part of Prairie County, crossing 89 right now. It looks like they did take Pulaski out, so they're sticking with this storm. Pulaski County no longer under that tornado warning. Pulaski County's been dropped from the tornado warning. Lonoke County alone under that one tornado warning, the other one for Northern Prairie, southeastern White, and western Woodruff County. But this one here, it's south of Cabot, the Wattensall area, Butlerville area, maybe Woodlawn area as well, in the path of that storm. That's Highway 31, but go between Lonoke and Beebe. That's 236, which is an east-west kind of zigzags across there. There's the Wattensall area right there. I think Woodlawn is just toward the south of there. So there's the new track on it. Woodlawn 332, which is 6 minutes from now. Wattensall 333, Butlerville 337. Thurman at 339, and Hickory Plains at 343. Rotation still doesn't. Look, yeah.
That Donna's going to report for us.
Donna?
We've just been kind of keeping our eye on what's happening. You guys are doing a great job at this, but we just got this information that UAMS is operating at level 3 right now, mass casualty. So this is what we were hoping we would not hear. We've certainly seen a lot of the damage. But obviously, there are a lot of people who have been hurt by this storm. The storms have been on the ground here in Arkansas, in the metro area and surrounding areas for how long now, would you say? It's been...
Well, it's been about an hour or so since it moved through Little Rock.
Yeah, and we've seen pictures of the damage, so it's clear that a lot of homes have been destroyed. I have had a few people reach out to me. I know the Purple Cow was hit. That's one of the locations, yeah, that we had not reported on, and some others. But UAMS right now, they're at a level 3. As I said before, there are injuries, and as they put it, mass casualties is how they're phrasing this. I don't want to go any further with that, but mass casualties as we speak.
Kevin? First of all, you guys have been doing a spectacular job of keeping everyone safe, but following off of Donna's statements and everything that you guys have been talking about, this kind of really puts it in perspective, because I checked the power outages at 2 p.m. and at that time there were roughly 2,400 customers without power. Fast forward to 3 p.m. and it jumped to 57,000 customers. And currently we're at 68,000 just 30 minutes later. Obviously, the majority of them taking place in Pulaski County and, of course, right next door in Lonoke County, as well as White County. But in situations like this where we know we have so much damage out there, downed power lines, downed trees, just a reminder that this is a dangerous situation. If you're out and about and driving or trying to check on loved ones to make sure they're safe, just be fully aware of the dangers that still are out there. And this is even a problem for those who are currently, you know, in a search and rescue kind of situation in some of the harder hit areas. But obviously, this is a very sad day in Central Arkansas, and it's just kind of hard to wrap your head around all of the destruction and devastation that we know about and that we haven't seen just yet.
Kevin, that's a very good point to make. We're going to toss it back to you, but I just wanted to also make clear that we think many of the schools are out. Not all of the schools were let out early. PCSSD is one of them. We got